Hey guys, Kev here, and I have a very quick unboxing to do for you. I did cut the flap, but then I decided, you know what, I'll do an unboxing. I was going to rush it, just get them out because I'm on my lunch right now, and I was going to do it tonight, but I have a bunch of stuff to unbox, and I figure I can knock one out real quick before I eat, because you know, it's all about the content. So, I don't know if you can figure out what these are, but this is the Caladan. So, this is a Tuya OEM knife, but it is a Jim Skelton design. And he sent me two, which is awesome. Thank you so much, Jim. First thing I'll say is Jim is a buddy. So, you know, I like the guy a lot. Does that make me biased? Maybe a little bit. But he's been around a long time. He has a pretty good idea of what's what. So let's check it out. So it's a Tuya made knife, Jim's design. It's sort of a co-branded knife, I think. At first I thought it was like his, knife, and they produced it and he was selling it, but it seems like he was selling some and they were selling some, so it's somehow a joint effort, which, whatever, works for me. One of these is jig tie and one of these is purple haze fat carbon. So let's check out the jig tie. I think that's this one. He did send me two because one of these is getting passed around and to some other channels. And the other one he said was for me, which was very kind of him. So thank you, Jim. And if you guys don't know who Jim is, it's Jim Skelton. He has a YouTube channel. He's been around the block for a while. He is a knife maker, YouTube content creator, and all-around dickhead. So just the perfect guy for me to be friends with. Yeah, this is really cool. From when I first saw it, I thought it was a very unique design, and he said he was very happy with how Tuya manufactured these. So you have the jig titanium. It's all stonewashed all over the place. You have a long titanium clip. It's usually not something I love, but seems to have good retention. Shouldn't really catch on anything because of that. It is a little pokey right here. We'll see if that makes, a difference in hand at all. See if there's anything that stands out to me right off the bat. I like the lanyard pin design there. We actually have a very similar lanyard pin design on our Divo nip that'll be coming out that Kubi's working on. So it's kind of interesting. It's very similar there. We haven't shown that or anything. We actually just added it. So great minds, I would say. I love this little jigging. The tip kind of feels like it's sticking out of there a little bit. Don't know if I can get it. I can kind of, I can grab it with the front of my finger here. So I would say it's not great, but is it the end of the world? I don't think so. You can't, if you do this, you're okay. You got to dig in, like I can feel it there. So, and that could vary knife to knife depending on how the stop pin is set up. So let's see. He said the detents were really crispy on these. The centering's good. And I gave it a good flip there because I just wanted to, I didn't want to fail it the first time. So let's, yeah, that's good. This is a big boy, so I think it's 3.6-inch blade. I'm going to take my ring off because I don't want to scratch this. Even though it's going to get passed around, it's going to get scratched up. But you got some oil on there. That is how knives come from China. They are oiled up. That is just how it goes. So we have a flat grind. The blade shape, man, this is super interesting. And I usually say that and it means I don't like it. I did not mean it in that case. I actually really like how I thought it was a spear point, but it's a drop point. I mean, it comes and it starts curving down. It's got a good blade shape to it, honestly, for utility cutting and stuff like that. You do have belly up to it, but it would work pretty well. It is a big boy, so you know, I'm not the biggest fan of huge knives, and the action is on point. It's a little sharp right here, like that lock bar transition there. But you know, those are things in hand. Will you notice it? Probably not. You know, so does it matter? Probably not. It's kind of how I feel about a lot of things that get pointed out on knives. The edge bevel looks good, looks even. You have, did I just hit something? I don't know, that was weird. Sorry. You have a choil here, obviously. Plunge grind. Does look like the plunge ends past the edge a little bit here. Does that matter to me? No, not really, because I don't sharpen stuff. These were priced really well. $250 for that one. Let's check out this one. This is the one I'm really excited about. So this one is Purple Haze Fat Carbon. And you have a hand-rubbed satin blade. Look at that thing. All hand-rubbed. You got a little bit of oil on the fat carbon. Man, they really made that look good. Fat carbon can really look dried out sometimes. And this looks, yeah. Action's even droppier on this one. Centering's pretty much dead on. The tip is the same. So it is the same. It's right there. Definitely would have preferred that to be a little lower. We'll see if it's, you know, any kind of issue. But detent on this one is a little lighter, but not too light. So this one I can ride, and it really pops out. That one will deploy well, but it doesn't have the same kind of pop. But it's very good. And it might break in to be about the same. So a lot of times the finish on the blade can make the detent feel differently. And it may just need to break in, or, you know, the satin just is a little smoother. You see how I can, yeah, that one feels really, really good. I like a resistant detent, but this one's good too. Beautiful bead blast. You got the Skelton Bladeworks right there. And then I believe they put the Tuya logo up here, which is awesome. And I don't know if I mentioned this, but it's an S90V. So you have a really good steel. Holds an edge for a nice long time. Yeah, they're very sharp. Nice and thin too. They feel good. Again, edge bevels look good and even. Yeah, I love the lock bar access. You can really get in there. Don't have to worry about having any issues disengaging that. Being left-handed, I thought a bolster lock would make the most sense. Because I'm left-handed. You don't want to touch the lock bar. But honestly, on this design, it's a flipper. It doesn't matter where, you know, you just can't put your finger right here. Maybe I can on this. Yeah, and it's fine. So it doesn't really matter. But I also just like the look of bolster locks, you know, versus a full frame lock like this. But both look really good, honestly. So this is kind of your worker, you know, and your more affordable option for $250. And then I think this one is $285 with fat carbon and a hand rub on that S90. So, I mean, really good finishes. The ergos feel good in hand. I'm going to do a review, obviously, so I'll spend a little time with it. I could feel that clip a little bit here, but not really. And that's left-handed. Right-handed, you don't feel it at all. So that little sharpness doesn't matter. Same with this. You know, it's there, but does it matter? You know, Especially on a knife where you're paying, you know, $280 instead of $380 if it was made by somebody else. You know, those are the little things that can add up, you know. The transition is damn near flawless. Yeah, that's fucking really good. The edges are good. Yeah, they did a really good job on that. The jimping up here is, it's there, you know. It does have a little bite to it. And I guess on this knife, you're not going to choke up. So this is the spot. And it does feel pretty good. Excuse me. We have paper. Just cut something real quick and then we can wrap it up. Yeah. Look at that. Stock bearings. Here the detent. So this seems to be breaking in. Can I fail it? Oh. Nope. I cannot fail it. This one, there's no way I'd fail this one. This one's gonna hurt doing that trick. Yeah. Oh. Would I like this detent to be on this one? Yes, I would. This one's really... You can hear it click in. You can hear it snap out. Hear that? This one's a little less so. But you get the stupid drop shut. So, you know, that's your trade-off, guys. And, you know, on a frame lock or whatever, you know, you're either going to get the swing down drop shut or you're going to get the clicky. So... we got both here, and both are really good. So, no complaints for sure. So, let me know what you guys think. Yeah, I'm digging it. I think it's really cool. I think it's a great design from Jim. I really love the blade shape. This blade shape was what spoke to me immediately. It looks very simple, but it's really good. It kind of has that look that some of the like Les George designs have. Some of who's that guy who designs like he designed the Nitro, the mini Nitro with Wii and the Turbo from shit, I can't remember his name, from MBK. But similar blade shape, but then it has this sort of drop to it, and that's what I really like on a blade. So makes a lot of sense. It also has a hidden flipper tab, if you didn't notice, which is really cool. So flipper's here, pops out, flipper's gone. Super comfortable in hand too. Big knife, big knife. Let me grab something and then I'm really gonna wrap it up. Here's the quiet carry knife. And how about the Divo knives? Stout. 3.3 inch blade on the stout. You can see right there, you're getting that extra 0.3 inches, you know, on both ends. So you're adding over half an inch to the knife, right? Like if you take this and go butt to butt, you're going to get, you know, about a half inch, maybe a little more. Let's see. Here's where the stout ends. And right here, yeah, almost an inch extra you get. So, yeah, really cool. I love Purple Haze Fat Carbon. It's probably my favorite if you made me choose, right? We didn't look at the lockup. Let's just see how that is. Lockup solid, you're looking at 40%, 30, 40, nothing. Nothing. This one. A little earlier on this one. On this one, you're looking at 15, 20%. Nothing. Nothing. That one's rock solid, too. Yeah. So far, I'd say I really like them. My only little nitpick is the tip is kind of coming out of there. It's close. It's very close. If they had made the handle a little shorter, because you do have a little bit of space there at the end, if they had made the handle a little bit shorter, then it probably would have tucked in there a little better. But, you know, I don't know if it would be an issue, you know. I think you'd have to try to get yourself. And especially if you're carrying it properly, this should be in your pocket like this. Well, you should be reaching like this, you know. If you're left-handed and carrying it like this, you're just a dumbass anyway, because you're asking to hit this flipper and deploy it in your pocket. So I'm going to shut up. All right, I will hit you guys with a full review. Thank you so much to Jim. I don't know if this is his first production knife. It might be. I know he did a couple as licensed designs, but this might be the first one branded with his logo. And I gotta say, it's a really solid first offering. It really does feel good in the hand. Even for somebody who doesn't like large knives, this feels really good in the hand. And this is gonna go right in my pocket. And I'm gonna start carrying this bad boy right now, which is why I wanted to get it out of the box on this lunch. So I'm gonna go actually eat now. I love you guys. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic day. This has been the Skelton Bladeworks to ya, Caladan. Peace.